Have you ever paused in a random moment and said to yourself, I'm going to stop worrying. I'm just going to stop worrying. Sometimes declaring this with fortitude is exactly what some people need to do to overcome worry. It's a conscious choice to overcome worry. It's one we've all faced at some point, and it can to some people feel like a resignation, as if you are resigning yourself with a big heavy sigh to the situation at hand or the reason for your worry. Because, well, nothing else has changed in that moment except you. Whatever has been the cause of your recent worry is still there. That situation or circumstance is still what it is. But you have made a decision to change. Did you ever realize that the moment you choose to stop worrying is actually an act of defiance and not an act of resignation? It's a bold, powerful decision, a moment where you take a stand against the chaos that seeks to unsettle your mind. In my book, Who God Really Is, I write that the greatest battles on earth take place not on physical battlefields, but within our minds and for our minds. There are forces, external and internal, that thrive on creating conflict, that want your mind engaged in a struggle. These forces want you to stay in a state of worry, because a worried mind is a weak mind. Consider Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. He was fundamentally weak as a soldier on the battlefield during the infamous scene called Arjuna's despair. That's not something that a lot of people realize when they start reading the Bhagavad Gita, because of course Arjuna is abundantly praised for his virtuous qualities and close relationship with Krishna. But at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, he is paralyzed by worry on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, overwhelmed by the thought of fighting his own relatives. In that scene, when he realizes he's got to fight his own family, he's in no state to be a soldier. Honestly, no modern, no ancient army would keep him. His mind is too weak. He's consumed by anxiety. He would just not fit into any army. He's in no state to be a soldier. And somewhat ironically, a worried mind is vulnerable because it is primed for battle, not for peace. It is primed for the kinds of battles that lead only to more chaos, fear, anxiety, rather than peace. It's exactly what those stimulative forces, whether they come from the media, social media, or challenging people in our lives, want. They thrive when your minds embrace worry, which makes you more prone to conflict than to harmony. So when you make a conscious, well understood and determined decision to just stop worrying, you act in defiance of these sinister energies that exist on earth. You stand up to every external stimulus, the media, the chaos, the people who knowingly or unknowingly push you toward worry. By choosing to let go of worry, you reclaim your mind's strength. You say no to the battle they want you to fight and yes to the battles that are worth it, the ones based in wisdom, the ones that are for the restoration of balance or peace. Soon I'll be releasing a fuller episode on Arjuna's despair from the Bhagavad Gita. Stay tuned, keep listening, leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and ask me any questions, spiritual or non-spiritual, you have there. Okay, just leave them in your comments or review, and I'll be sure to answer your questions in a future episode for the benefit of all. My name is Sonika. Do check out my author profile and book, Who God Really Is, on Amazon.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak with you in the next episode.